Are you Logic?
Yeah.
I thought that was your other account.
Yeah, it's my second account. My other one's having
Okay.
trouble.
Oh, Logic has come to take my lunch money.
That's not my goal. It's not my goal at all. But I've kind of seen you around. I've seen you kind of do some things that's targets like Christian topics and stuff like that. So just thought I'd
Not really.
talk to you.
It kind of just lands on my plate because I am obviously Muslim. The Christian Muslim things, it just kind of lands on my plate. My beef has always been with the feminists, but
Okay.
I don't mind talking to Christians as well.
Okay. Well, you said ask you anything. I guess I'll ask you about Jesus. What are your thoughts about Jesus and the Bible?
Right. Well, I have Muslim teen bride, but we talked a lot about it, so I'll take other questions.
Okay. Yeah, I'll follow your lead. If you're open to expanding it, then I'm cool with that. If not, I'll probably catch you on another one.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, let's talk about Jesus then. I guess that's something we could connect on. Your view of Jesus. What do you think about the biblical Jesus? Do you think that the Islamic Jesus and the biblical Jesus are two completely separate things, or do you think that there is some type of connection that can be made there?
I believe that there's only one Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Islam has the correct characterisms and story of Jesus.
Okay.
Peace be upon him.
And how would you determine what is the correct Jesus and what is it?
The correct Jesus is the one who is, well, I'm not going to say the one because then it sounds like I'm saying two, and I don't want to put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
So can you repeat your question? Sorry.
Yeah. Basically, how would you determine what is the correct Jesus when you say Islam has the correct story of Jesus and the details?
Right. I got you. Yeah. So my answer is that he is not God. He is a prophet, which you've heard a million times.
Yeah. How do you know that that's the correct narrative?
Because I believe in the Holy Quran as the truth, the full word of God.
Would you give the same validation to myself? Like, I believe in the Bible and it says Jesus is God. Would you say that I'm valid in saying that the Bible has the correct view of Jesus?
I believe you believe that.
Right. But you wouldn't say that it's true just because I believe it.
No, just like you would say that the Quran is not true.
Right. So here, I guess we're still at the question. How do you determine that the Quran, I guess gets this right, that it's correct when it's talking about Jesus and who he is?
I think the reason why I believe in the Quran as a whole is because there's no contradictions in it.
Okay. I guess that's something I can work with. I do believe that there's a few contradictions. If you don't, I guess I'll tell you one if you don't mind. You have...
Yeah, sure, one. Just don't throw 7 at me.
No, yeah, I don't like shotgunning.
Yeah,
I don't like shotgunning.
That's not productive.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, if we're going to go back and forth, there's a never-ending list in the Bible of contradictions. I really think it doesn't serve you any purpose to try to find a contradiction, but good luck.
Thanks.
I mean, we can go verse for verse.
Okay, yeah. So in the Quran, it talks about... Now, I want to preface this by saying, when I bring this up, I'm not going to bring it up out of context. So the Quran gives a pretty consistent view on itself. It talks about how it's a clear book in chapter 11, verse 1. It talks about in chapter 12, verse 1. It talks about how it is a fully detailed book in chapter 6, verse 114. And in both chapter 16, verse, I think it's 85, and chapter 12, verse 111, it talks about how it is a detailed explanation of everything. So this is a common thread, that the Quran is a clear book. It's clear, it's detailed, it explains everything, so on and so forth. But then you have chapter 3, verse 7, that talks about how that there are clear verses in the Quran, which are the foundation of the book. And then there are also some ambiguous verses. Oh, it looks like she had to go do something real quick.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so chapter 3, verse 7 it says that there's some clear verses, and then there are also some unclear verses, some ambiguous verses. It talks about how only Allah knows the meaning of these unclear verses, and even the people of knowledge just say we believe in all of the book, right? So this is where I would say the contradiction lies, where chapter 3, verse 7 says that there's both clear and unclear verses in the Quran. But elsewhere in the Quran, it says that it's fully detailed and an explanation of everything. So I don't think it can be reconciled that the Quran can be ambiguous in some places, but also a clear explanation of everything at the same time.
Okay, I'm going to read it, the chapter 3, verse 7.
Sure.
Just so everybody knows what we're talking about. Okay. He it is who sent down to you the book. In it are the verses basic or fundamental of established meaning. They are the foundation of the book. Others are allegorical, but those who in hearts is perversity follow the part thereof that is allegorical, seeking discord and searching for its true meanings. But no one knows its true meanings except Allah. And those who are firmly grounded in knowledge say, we believe in the book. The whole of it is from our Lord, and none will grasp the message except men of understanding.
Mm-hmm. Right. So some verses are clear, some are allegorical or ambiguous.
So do you believe that is contradicting the verses that are saying this is a complete book?
It contradicts the verses that say that the Quran is a detailed explanation of everything. Because this verse says that not everything is explained or detailed.
Well, how I would explain that, like in the most layman way, would be that this book could be complete. And what was the word you used? You used the word that started with a D, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe I'm. So completeness.
Okay.
But it just because something is complete, it doesn't mean everyone's going to understand. There are going to be people that reject it. Just how like there are going to be people who reject the Bible as you as a Christian deal with.
Yep. I'm not going to argue against that. What you're saying makes perfect sense. So the verses that I'm talking about, they don't say that the Quran is complete. They talk about how the Quran is detailed and explained. Okay. So I get what you're saying, that a book can be complete, but people misunderstand it, right? Or it can even have some ambiguity to it. It doesn't mean that like anything's missing. But when the Quran makes the claim itself that it is a detailed explanation of everything, then
can you cite that?
It can't miss details.
Cite that surah.
Yeah, that's chapter.
Yeah, it's like the one that is contradictory.
Yeah, what he's saying, a detail of everything.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. It's a contradiction, so that's why I'm asking him like that.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, that's chapter 12, Surah Yusuf, verse 111.
111. There is in their stories instruction for men endued with understanding. It is not a tale invented, but a confirmation of what went before it, a detailed exposition of all things, and a guide and a mercy to any such as believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't call this a contradiction, because it's saying instruction for men endued with understanding. But at the end of the day, my same statement applies, I guess, to the difference of completion versus detailed. It's people are still not going to understand it detailed, complete. They're just going to be people that don't understand.
Exactly. There can be a book that is fully detailed and someone still not understand what they can't comprehend, and that has to do with that person individually. That has nothing to do with the book, right? And so that's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing wa alaikum salam. I'm arguing that the book itself is saying that it's missing details. Sorry, bro.
Don't forget scholars. Scholars they knew the details.
Okay.
So where is the contradiction?
Well, the contradiction would be that the Quran itself contains the details, not the scholars. That would then be going outside the Quran, you know?
Okay. However, the Quran referred us to the scholar.
Mm-hmm.
Referred to the scholar in order to find out.
That's if you have disagreement amongst yourselves.
We have another verse which says, ask the scholars if you don't know.
Yeah, if you don't know about what specifically?
About anything.
Not anything. It's about
if
you guys dispute.
فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون. You want the verse number?
Yeah, what's the verse number, brother?
Okay, 1 second.
Hey, Logic, before you leave, can I ask you a question about Christianity before you leave? Not now.
Absolutely. That's fair.
Thank you.
Well, he gets more airtime than we get on his lives.
That's not true.
That is true. You blocked me on your main account.
Okay.
Yeah. Like within 3 seconds. Actually, I was at my brother's house and we were talking, but
I blocked
it's all good. That's neither here nor there. I didn't take it personal. I've been called worse by better.
Okay.
It is An-Nahl 43, my friend.
Say that one more time.
An-Nahl 43.
Nah.
Oh, I flipped right to the chapter. Sorry. I got excited about that. You want me to read it or?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. And before you also the messengers we sent were but men to whom we granted inspiration. If you realize this not, ask those of who possess the message.
That's us. Oh, so you're 21. Is that 21:7?
No, it's 1643.
1643. Oh, 16 is Nahu.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. 16,
Yeah.
1643 is talking about the people of the book. It says ask those. I know your translation said ask the people of the message. In the Arabic is al-Dhikr. Ask the people of the reminder, which is the people of the book. Good
Okay,
verse.
you are wrong. You know why? You know why?
Why?
If you read Al-Ma'idah 48 and 49, the prophet is supposed to judge among you.
That's not totally true, but that's kind of that'll take us in a different direction if I tackle that.
No, it's the same subject.
Yeah, he doesn't want to tackle that.
Well, trust me, it's super tempting because that goes into my favorite topic, the Islamic dilemma and stuff. But I don't necessarily
Christian dilemma.
Want to go.
The Christian dilemma, you mean?
Oh, I'm so tired of that. Can we do something else?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's all the same old
I can't
stuff.
do the,
It's all the same old
avoiding-
stuff.
I'm avoiding
this
the
chalba
temptation
here.
of
Salam
going there.
alaikum, guys.
You know. Walaikum
Walaikum
assalam.
I'm not afraid of it, but it's just it's really like every line.
Yes,
It's the same.
I'm with you. That's why I'm trying not to go that way. So I'm talking about something else. With 1643, and now the brother said, the scholars know the details. Well, it's interesting enough. If you read Ibn Kathir's Tafsir on chapter 16, verse 43, he even acknowledges that this is talking about asking the people of the book, the Jews and Christians that came before Muhammad.
Okay, ask the people of the Injil, not of the people of the Bible.
Sure, if you want to go that way, brother. So now back to the contradiction, right? So the issue still stands because the Quran is saying that it itself is a detailed explanation of everything, right? If it itself is not a detailed explanation of everything, if there's some things that the Quran itself is unclear about, and I don't mean that it's things that the individual person just doesn't understand fully. I mean that the Quran itself is lacking detail. If that's the case, if there are verses that are ambiguous in that way, then these two verses contradict.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
If I may respond to the one called Shubuhat. Yeah. So, Shubuhat, can you go to Surah Al-Imran, ayah 173?
Sure.
And if you can read it in Arabic, if you can't, I can read it in Arabic.
I can't read it in Arabic, brother. I only speak English.
Yeah. Go
What's
ahead,
the chapter, brother?
Chapter 3.
Surah Al-Imran,
Okay, thank you.
ayah 173.
All right. It says, "Those to whom hypocrites said, 'Indeed, the people have
No,
gathered
read
against
it in
you,
Arabic. Read
so
it in
fear
Arabic
them.'"
first.
Brother, I don't speak Arabic.
Okay, let me say it in Arabic first,
Okay.
so I can show you that the dilemma that you're talking about doesn't exist.
All right.
So Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الذين قال لهم الناس. What does الناس mean in English? It means humans. الذين قال لهم الناس إن الناس قد جمعوا لكم فاخشوهم فزادهم إيمانا وقالوا حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. What does it mean? It means in English, Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, those who were warned, your enemies. So the word nas meant to be a specific group of people, not all the humans, but the word in Arabic is called an-nas, means like all of humanity. But still, nobody thinks that it means all of humanity. Like I'm saying, for an example, I'm gonna give you a hypothetical argument. I'm saying all the people hear me saying 1 + 1 = 2. But anyone listen to me gonna understand when I say all the people heard me say this and that, he gonna understand that when I say all the people, I refer to the people in this life, not like all the humans on the planet. Am I right?
I understand.
Yeah. So when Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying inna الناس قد الذين قال لهم الناس إن الناس قد جمعوا لكم, which means if I translated it like word for word,
Indeed, the people have gathered against you, so fear them.
It's gonna be like that. All the humans gathered for all the humans. That wouldn't make sense.
Okay.
So we have scholars that make interpretation for this reason. We do not go and say whatever we want. So in this ayah you brought, which take about specific details in the Quran, it talks about things like the religion, things like how to do about jurisprudence, things about how to go to heaven, things like that. But there are things, and you can ask any Muslim about it, how is the soul look like? He would tell you, we don't know. It's from Allah Azza wa Jal, we do not know. How is Allah look like? He will tell you for definitely, we do not know. Allah have nothing like Allah Azza wa Jal. And more and more. So the verse that you brought is no near to be a dilemma of Islam, because there are interpretation, scholars of Islam make interpretation, and we take this interpretation and the Sunnah also, because it doesn't. Because if you're gonna make me like hold us to our own criteria, we do not just believe in the Quran. So you can come up with one verse and say this is the other verse that can contradict the first verse. We have something like the Sunnah. So if you're gonna make us like hold us to our own criteria to come up with a dilemma, you have to prove it also from the Sunnah, because we take the interpretation.
Can I jump in here? So
yeah, go ahead.
I have the corpus open in front of me. It says that the word means people, and like I guess is it's given it the definite article there. So the people. And I would agree that in context it's talking about a specific group, right? It says, indeed, it says those to whom hypocrites said. So those are a specific group of people to whom hypocrites said, quote, indeed, the people have gathered against you, so fear them. This is obviously talking about a particular group of people in a particular situation. And so it doesn't say all the people.
How would you know it? I'm not trying to cut you off, but how would you know that it talks about a specific group of people? Because the word,
the context.
No, I'm saying the word that does exist in the Arabic language is called an-nas, and the other word is also an-nas. So it means the same thing. Well, how would you know without interpretation? And this is my point, because the verse that you brought, you didn't go to the interpretation. So how would you know?
Yeah, so to tell you, so the context tells you. Number one, the word is the people, and the context qualifies the group of people it's talking about. It says, those to whom hypocrites said, right? Those
the word hypocrite doesn't exist in the Arabic verse.
It does. It says, let's just pull this up here. I got the corpus in front of me. So it says, Aladina, those who, okay, you're right. Those who Kala said to them, right?
Yeah, the word hypocrite doesn't exist in the Arabic verse. Yeah.
I agree. So it says, it still says those who said to them, the people, indeed, the people, sorry.
Exactly.
The people, indeed, the people certainly have gathered against you.
Exactly.
Right? So fear them. So it's talking about a particular group of people that came against Muhammad or came against these people.
Yet nobody gonna say, you know what, all the humans gathered for all the humans. Am I right?
Yeah, it qualifies it here. That's why.
Yeah. So
it doesn't
same
say
thing.
all.
So I'm saying this. No, wait a second. So I'm saying the same thing. Now we have something called scholars of Islam make interpretation, and the Muslim holds on to it. So I'm saying
we didn't need that for that.
What do I mean? I mean that when we say الناس جمعوا للناس, that the people gathered for the people, we wouldn't, not any Muslim gonna come up with his own interpretation and say this and that about this ayah. So we have scholars of Islam with interpretation that we stick to it. So
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
even
if
even
you're
I
gonna-
didn't I didn't understand it to mean that it's all of humanity. Like that, it doesn't make
and,
it doesn't
and
fit
this
to
is
the
the
verse.
point, and this is the point, and this is the point. You didn't understand it this way, but in the next ayah that you brought, and you're saying this is like the dilemma of Islam,
Mhm.
you made your own interpretation and say, you know what?
I didn't.
found the
Let me tell you the difference,
missing
brother.
link about.
Let me tell you the
I'm saying
difference.
this. I'm saying. Okay, go ahead.
So the difference with this verse that you brought, it doesn't mention all the people. It just says, "Indeed, the people have gathered against you, so fear them." In the verse that I'm talking about, it says that the Quran is a detailed explanation of all things, not just things or the things.
Okay,
It's a detailed explanation of everything.
I'm gonna give you an analogy because you seem to miss my point. When I and you can ask, like anybody in the chat can tell me if I'm wrong. If I said, guys, does 1 + 1 = 2, and they say yes, and then I say all the people hear me saying that 1 + 1 = 2, do I talk about all the humans?
You're talking about
on
the
the
people you're
planet?
talking to, because you just qualified it. Though notice you just qualified it.
No, I'm saying everyone, every human hear me say that 1 + 1 = 2.
Okay.
Do I mean every human, like on the planet of Earth,
You just
or on this line?
I understand. In your example, you qualified
Okay,
it.
same thing. When the Quran say it does explain everything, it talks also about specific things. Because Quran doesn't say anything about the soul.
Okay, so all right, so let's break this down then. So notice how in
Excuse
your
me,
example,
excuse
you
me.
were able to just really 1 second, my brother. So in your example, you qualified all the people that you're talking about, or all the human beings that you're talking about, which were the people you were talking to, right?
Do I mean every human being on Earth?
Trust me, I understand your point. Matter of
Okay.
fact, let me repeat your point to you so that you
See,
know I
see
understand.
the dilemma now. that you
Just
put
really quick, if
yourself
you
in?
just hear me out so that you
Okay, go
know
ahead.
that I
Go ahead,
understand you.
brother.
Okay. So
Go ahead,
your
go ahead.
point is that when you say all the people in your example, or all the humans, you're talking about,
Yeah.
you're qualifying it to a specific group or a specific thing.
I'm saying the
in
same
which you're
thing about
talking
the
about.
Quran.
I know.
I'm saying the
Trust me,
same
brother.
thing about the
My
Quran.
brother, I know your point.
Okay.
So here's my counter to what you're saying, because I
go ahead.
just said that because I want you to know I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So what you're in your example, you gave a qualifier, a context in what you were in what humans you were talking about, which are the humans you're talking to. So when you mention in the next sentence, all the humans heard me say 1 + 1 = 2, you're talking about the humans you just mentioned, i.e., the ones you're talking to, right? You qualified it. Here in this verse, the Quran doesn't qualify the detail or the all details that it's referring to. It just mentions it in
And
general.
this is the point where we as Muslims disagree with you.
Okay.
That when the Quran says this, I said to you, even in the interpretation, you could find out that it talks about the religion, the jurisprudence, this and that. Not gonna sorry, what was that?
That was somebody came up.
Okay. So I think the Quran talks about many things, many details, but doesn't tell you anything like how is heaven. How are you gonna go up in heaven? Like what
Right.
what is the way? Like how is it in detail? Are we gonna go up in heaven?
Right.
Like it doesn't tell you many things.
I agree.
But it still tell you many things.
Right.
So how would we break this down? Through the scholars of Islam, through the interpretation. So I'm saying there is no dilemma for here. If you
what
could
is
understand
the-
my first analogy,
Yeah.
if you could understand my first analogy, while I'm saying everyone hear me, every human being. Okay, also brother Orthodox.
Alaikum, brother
Okay.
Orthodox.
What a big
Alaikum
man.
assalam.
Big
Also,
man.
excuse me.
So the cocks
No,
are
we
here
talked a
with
lot
us
about
today.
Islam.
Please talk to me,
It's-
Logic. Please.
It's okay.
Logic,
The
please.
cocks.
Logic, please. Can you
Christina,
talk to me?
Christina,
Can you please talk
Christina,
to me?
why are you naked, Christina?
You see,
Christina,
Coach Rashad,
why are you
see how
naked?
he's now bringing up my wife?
You see? Oh,
You're
well,
bringing
you
up
started
trouble.
insulting me. You started
You're bringing up
insulting me
trouble.
first. It's okay,
and then they just muted me.
Well, what about the recording of Liviano's wife that you took about him
That-
hitting his wife? Should
That's
I show
fine.
that?
Yeah.
Wait, you want to do that?
Hold on, everyone stop. Everyone stop for a second.
Yeah,
Everyone
everybody
Everyone
stop.
Logic, you did promise I could ask you 2 questions about Christianity.
Yeah, if you drop Beso and Orthodox Muslim, and I'll stay, and you can ask me whatever you want.
No, they'll be quiet, right?
Nah,
right,
she
guys?
not-
You'll let
she
me
not
No,
dropping
they
nobody.
can't be on.
No, we're
No.
gonna be quiet. We're
No,
gonna
I'm
be
not
She
gonna
not
drop
drop-
I'll catch you on another
Why?
live.
Why?
if
They're
they're
gonna be
here.
quiet.
This is why I'm saying I'll catch you on another live and we can talk. Because these people, as you can see how they came in, they're trolling. They don't want a conversation. They
No, I'm not
slander my
trolling.
wife.
I want a
They keep bringing up my
conversation.
wife and slandering my wife, lying about my wife. And so,
Is it okay to
with
talk
these-
about the
with
prophet's
these
wife?
type- with these
Is it
type of
okay to talk
beggars
about the
and
prophet's
slanderers,
wife?
they cannot.
Is
be
it
on
okay
stage
to
with
talk
me,
about
and
the
I
prophet's
engage
wife?
with your
Is
panel.
it okay to talk
So
about?
can you
Is it
go
okay
ahead?
to talk about the
It's okay.
prophet's
It's
wife?
okay to talk about your prophet.
Is
So
it
you
okay to
take
talk
care.
about
You
the
take care,
prophet's
coach. I'll
wife?
catch you on another one. Keep
Bye,
copying me,
bye.
Fabiano. It might work for you one day.
Bye bye. I've been saying this for a long time. We suck, bro. We suck so bad. The Dawa scene has sucked for a long time, bro.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Islam. Good conversation. Good little back and forth.
Good one too.
And what happens? The trolls come up. The slanderers come up. The pick me hoes come up. The please logic talk to me's come up.
Yeah.
It's crazy that the female host had a better attitude and more decorum than the men that came up. Absolutely embarrassing, man.
We just read. We just read. We just read.